What's up everybody, it's Rswift, back again with another video for you today. One day late, unfortunately. I want to say sorry about that, by the way. The video that I had planned on coming out this week, there was just some issues with, so we're going to push that back to next week, and today we're going to go with Plan B. What's Plan B, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's going to be a short but sweet review for you all to listen to. If you're excited for that, get ready, sit down, and enjoy the video. The manga I would like to cover today is called Suicide Island, also known as, and forgive me for my pronunciation, Jisatsutou. Before we get into this, I will say that this manga covers very, very dark themes, such as suicide and what desperation forces human beings to do. It is a phenomenal read, I will tell you that, but I know it hits close to many people dealing with depression and such as myself, actually. So just keep that in mind, and if this isn't your type of video, feel free to skip over it. Now that I got the warnings out of the way, let's get into this review, shall we? Suicide Island is written by the phenomenal mangaka Mori Koji, who has also written multiple other mangas, including the masterpiece Holy Land, which I will definitely be covering in another review. Suicide Island began publishing in November 2008 and wrapped up in August of 2016. There is yet to be any sort of anime adaptation of it, and I don't think it will ever receive one, due to the severe nature of the manga. The story starts out stating that in Japan, the rate of suicide attempts have increased over the years, and the government is looking for a new way to deal with those who habitually attempt suicide, as it has become a financial and medical burden on the country. Now keep in mind with this next section, I will be covering a lot of the first few chapters, since I feel like it's important to help create the premise of the story. If you'd like to keep it all unknown, feel free to skip ahead. The story revolves around Sai, a 19-year-old man who is extremely depressed with his life and no longer wants to be alive. Sai is being wheeled into the hospital, and it is discussed by the doctors that Sai has tried to commit suicide multiple times. As Sai begs them to let him die, the doctor asks him to sign a form before he falls asleep from the sedatives that they have given him. As his conscience fades, Sai thinks about how he just wants to be free from the laws of humanity, free from the stigma of the world. Just free. When he awakes, he finds himself on a deserted island surrounded by a bunch of other people who are also awakening to this new unknown environment. Sai and the group of others stumble upon a sign from the Japanese government stating that they have relinquished their right to live and that they have been marked as dead in the Japanese public, and any traces of their identities have vanished, including their citizenship. It also tells them a small amount of info about the island, and that if they try to leave the island, it will be considered a violation of territorial waters, and that their safety is not guaranteed. It does also state that on this island there are no rules, it is absolute freedom. Unfortunately, there are some who give up immediately and end up giving up their lives by climbing up buildings and jumping off, or by various other methods. Sai and the others then find themselves in an interesting situation. They no longer want to die. They don't want to die on this island. They want to live. And that's it, folks. I'm going to leave it right there. I think that's a nice little cliffhanger if I say so myself. Will Sai ever get off the island? Who knows? You'll just have to read. Join Sai and the others as they struggle to survive on this island, and even though all they wanted was to die back home, they find themselves not wanting to die here. As time goes on, they start to rethink everything and realize that maybe, just maybe, it isn't that bad being alive. In my opinion, this manga is a masterpiece that will really put a lot of things in perspective for the reader. And on a serious note, I know a lot of people out there struggle with depression and thoughts of suicide, including me. I have also struggled with those ideas and those thoughts. Even in junior high, I found myself struggling with those types of ideas. It took me a long time to come to realize that it always will get better, and that time really does heal all wounds. So if you're watching this or listening to this and you're struggling and you think about how you want to end it all, please reconsider. There will always be many who miss you, and I promise you will get better one day. Just like with Sai, he wants so desperately to end it all, but now he finds himself wanting to live, to survive, and to thrive on this new island he calls home. As always, try your best to support the mangaka by buying the volumes if they are available in your region, as well as checking out all the other series by Mori Koji. If you liked this review, feel free to drop me a like. Also, show your support for anyone who's feeling depressed or down in the comments below. Leave a nice comment to hopefully help make someone else's day better. Make sure to subscribe for more anime and manga related content. I love you all. Remember, don't give up. It'll get better. I'll see you all next time. Peace out, everyone.